My whole career has been a loss. Like every fight I won, every fight I lost, if that's like, yeah, maybe I made the money, but I never got to be like cool.
Nick Diaz, born in Stockton, California, which wasn't easy as Nick stated through many interviews.
You know, I couldn't make it through high school. I had little gangbangers trying to start up with me. I had little fights here and there. I got into high school. I was moved around a lot of schools, so I was getting in fights in high school over that.
He described how people would try to put him on medication, drugs, and the adversity he went through in his upbringing.
Moved up 3 or 4 grammar schools. They tried to put me on drugs. Okay, then the teacher's gonna go like, oh, yeah, sorry, he's acting up today. You know, he didn't take his medication. Then kids, next thing you know, kids are going like, okay, oh, what's wrong? You didn't take your medication today? And I'm like, fuck, what? You know what I mean? I basically had no shot at doing well in school, so I dropped out sophomore year and started competing.
Despite all that happened to Nick would become successful in mixed martial arts, competing in 6 different major MMA promotions, challenging and becoming champ in his career. With having a pretty successful career and being very popular, Nick went through many hardships in his career, dealing with suspension, the commission, and an internal battle between him and the UFC.
See how I gotta come off just to get a fight? I gotta come off like that just to get a fight in this, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be the bad guy. You're gonna point the finger, make me the bad guy, I'm the bad guy, and now I get a fight.
Unlike most fighters, Nick was very vocal about things that happened behind the scenes with the UFC, speaking on unfair treatment and the everyday struggles as a fighter and as a human being.
I go running all the time around my neighborhood, you know, out of the bad neighborhood and into a good neighborhood where I like to run. You know, I run by hundreds of these nice, huge houses with these big yards and fountains everywhere, and these people have like their, you know, little picnic patio, little side yard, little pool, all this stuff, right? And then I take a little circle around and then go back into my neighborhood where my car gets robbed. And I got some, you know, dude out front of my house looking for cigarette butts or something from, you know, where some friends might have left some, or, you know, it's ridiculous.
I'm afraid to fight anybody too.
I'm afraid to sit right here.
I'm not afraid to say that I'm not afraid to fight somebody. You know?
Despite losses, Nick will still become a fan favorite, and the man can promote fights like no other.
You know, they're selling y'all wolf tickets, people. You're eating them right up.
In September of 2015, the Nevada State Athletic Commission would ban Nick Diaz and fine him over $100,000. The suspension would eventually be lowered down to 18 months and a fine of $100,000. But we wouldn't see Nick in action until 6 years later against Robbie Lawler. The returning Nick would get a lot of love from fans, but also many fans were nervous as Nick seemed to be out of shape and seemed a little off. Nick would then be finished in the 3rd round. Nick has been teasing a return in the year of 2024. Who do you guys think Nick should face in his return to the octagon? Thanks for watching. A like and subscribe would be appreciated. See you next time.